Story time, boys and girls. I'm back with a new book. It's called What Do You Do with an Idea? That's something to think about. What is an idea? Well, an idea is something that pops into your head, and an idea is original. That means it's something that no one else ever thought of before, or at least no one ever told you about before. That's an idea. Sometimes you see those little cartoons with a light bulb over the top of someone's head, and it's like a light bulb came on and someone had an idea. Well, what do you do with an idea? Sometimes you just hide it away in the back of your mind. That was a pretty good idea, but I never tried it. Sometimes you try out the idea, and it might be a flop. You might do an experiment, like a science experiment that you thought was going to be really, really good. It was your idea, but it flopped. So sometimes you try out an idea, and sometimes you just think about it, and with more experiences, you add on to it in your mind, and your idea gets bigger and bigger and better and better. This is what happens to inventors. I don't know if you know who Leonardo da Vinci was. He was a great artist. He painted the Mona Lisa, which I bet you've heard about. You'll have to look that one up on your computer. But he also was an inventor. So he had all kinds of ideas. He had an idea to make a wheel. And he knew that it would have to go round and round and round. And he had to figure out a way for that wheel to keep going around and around and around to get something or someone from one place to another. So he invented the bicycle. That's crazy, isn't it? He also invented the scissors. Think about how often we all use scissors. What would you use if you didn't have a scissors? Would you use a knife? It'd be kind of hard to cut a piece of paper with a knife. You could tear it, but it's really hard to tear super straight. Some things need to be cut super straight. So he figured out how to put two knives together with their blades facing each other and a place to hold your fingers, and he invented the scissors. Awesome. He actually invented hundreds, maybe thousands of things during his lifetime, but they all started with an idea. Almost everything starts with an idea. A book that you read started with an author's idea. A picture that you look at, a drawing, started with an artist's idea. A recipe that your mom might use to bake your favorite food started with an idea. And somebody let that idea grow and grow, and they worked with it, and they made it better and better and better until they let everyone know what their idea or their invention was. This story is about a little boy who had an idea. What exactly did he do with it? This story is written by Kobi Yamada, and it's illustrated by Besom. I really like the illustrations in this story, as well as the words and the idea behind the story. What do you do with an idea? Where did it come from? Why is it here? I wondered, what do you do with an idea? At first, I didn't think much of it. It seemed kind of strange and fragile. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just walked away from it. I acted like it didn't belong to me. but it followed me. I worried what others would think. What would people say about my idea? So I kept it to myself. I hid it away and I didn't talk about it. I tried to act like everything was the same as it was before my idea showed up. But there was something magical about my idea. I had to admit, I felt better and happier when my idea was around. It wanted food. It wanted to play. Actually, my idea wanted a lot of attention. It grew bigger, and we became friends. I showed it to other people, even though I was afraid of what they might say. I was afraid that if people saw it, they would laugh at it. They would think it was silly. I was afraid. Some of the people did laugh at it. Some people said it was no good. They said it was too weird. They said it was a waste of time and that it would never become anything. And at first I believed them. I actually thought about giving up on my idea. I almost listened to them. But then I realized, what do they really know? This is my idea, my thought. No one knows it like I do. And it's okay if it's different. It's okay if it's weird. It's even okay if it's a little crazy. I decided to protect it and to care for it. I fed it good food. I worked with it, I played with it, but most of all, I gave it my attention. My idea grew and grew, and so did my love for it. I built it a new house, one with an open roof where it could look up at the stars, a place where it could be safe to dream. I liked being with my idea. It made me feel more alive, like I could do anything. It encouraged me to think big and then to think even bigger. It shared its secrets with me. It showed me how to walk on my hands because it said, it is good to have the ability to see things differently. I couldn't imagine my life without it. And then one day, something amazing happened. My idea changed right before my eyes. It spread its wings, it took flight, and it burst into the sky. I don't know how to describe it, but it went from being here to being everywhere. It wasn't just a part of me anymore. It was now a part of everything. And then I realized what you do with an idea. You can change the world. Pretty cool, huh? You can actually change the world with an idea that comes from your head. You just have to keep thinking and working on it, trying things out, and eventually it might change the world. So I don't really have a drawing lesson for you today, but I started with an idea that came to my mind after I looked at this story. If you notice, the idea in this story is shaped kind of like a little egg, isn't it? And this little boy's idea has a couple of legs, and it has what it looks like to be a crown on top of it. Now I figure my idea could be similar but different from that little boy's idea. So I started out by drawing an egg shape, and then I added my own feet, and I added a couple of eyes. I put the pupils in kind of a wonky way. One is up and one is down, just because it's a wonky idea. And I gave it a nose and a mouth and some funny hair. And I'm going to color it in. But you can start with just drawing an egg shape, and you make it your idea. Add whatever you want to. Color it in the way that you want to color it. Give it 16 legs if you want to. It's your idea. Thanks for listening, guys. I'm so glad that you came today, and I want you to keep thinking and working on those ideas. Till next time, bye-bye.